into the NBA playoffs tonight. The Raptors taking on the Bucks. Here's a look at how this game went down. Aaron Rodgers in the house tonight, Doyle.
Who was he with? Guess not Olivia Munn.
I think he was by himself. Not really. First quarter, Giannis Antetokounmpo finds Thon Maker for the poster slam. Another look at that. Thon getting up there. Second quarter, Khris Middleton. The turnaround jumper, he sinks it. Later in the quarter, Middleton again. This time he finds Greg Monroe. Monroe gets the bucket. Bucks up 27 at the half in this game. Let's take you to the third quarter. Norman Powell absolutely rejected by Giannis. Giannis says, "Get that out of here!" Bucks went big over the Raptors, 104-77 the final. The Bucks now lead this series 2-1. What do you think Dwayne Casey's message is to his team? Do you take this and you throw out this game? Or do you go back and you really dive into the film?
I think that's a great question. Different coaches have different philosophies with that. I would want to dive into the film. Because the game that we win, game number 2, we make 14 threes. We're not a great three-point shooting team. All right, so what's our alternative going to be? What happens when we go 6 of 22 from 3? How are we going to go out there and get buckets? Because DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are not great three-point shooters. They're streaky shooters at best. So Serge Ibaka struggled in this game. He only had 6 points, 0 of 2 from 3. When we're not making threes, how are we going to score? Because the Bucks only scored 104 points. It's not like the Bucks scored 144. You just scored 77. That's my concern right now. And another thing, if you want to talk about defense, they just haven't had that sense of urgency, that sense of toughness this year. It's almost like this team felt entitled. You know, when I started following the squad and they were coming up with the DeRozan and Lowry and they were kind of, building their bones in the Eastern Conference, they played with a chip on their shoulder. There was a toughness, there was an air, there was swagger to them. And now everyone's saying, oh, Raptors, second best team in the East. Oh, Raptors, can they get over that LeBron hump? LeBron? You can't even get over the Giannis hump. You can't even get over the Milwaukee hump. So maybe this is the game that's the wake-up call for them because, like you said, they got embarrassed. Like, it's one thing you lose, late in the fourth quarter or you blow a lead. Like, this game was never, ever close.
Let's flip the script, though. If you're the Bucks and you have a win like this, how much confidence does that give you in the next game? Does that carry over?
Yes. I thought when they left Toronto, even though the series was knotted up at 1, I think the Bucks left and we're like, oh, we're better than this team. And I loved Milwaukee in this game. I thought they were going to win by double figures. They did much more than that. Like, even though they lost game number 2, I thought they took Toronto's best shot. And they were like, that's it? That's all you got? Because we were tied in game number 2 with 2 minutes left. A couple of open shots fall. We win game number 2. This series is over. This series is over. The Raptors have no answer for Milwaukee. They brought in P.J. Tucker, DeMar Carroll. Giannis is just bigger. He's taller. He's more athletic. They can't match up with him. And when you want to talk about Khris Middleton and his value to his team, he is like a mini Kawhi Leonard. Not as good as Kawhi Leonard, but he does kind of all the little things. He's unselfish, plays rugged defense. They share the basketball. I think this is done. This series is over. Now everyone's going to say, oh, Toronto wins the next game. They split, and it's back to, a 3-game series. But I have a hard time envisioning it.